Hey, it's Kai, dropping into your ear for just a moment to introduce you to a very special project inspired by a very special person, and you're going to be able to hear it all right here on Notes from America over the next few weeks. It's called Notes on a Native Son, and it's a podcast series that celebrates the powerful and lasting impact of James Baldwin. And right now, I have the trailer for it to share with you. So have a listen, and I hope you'll come back for the full series coming soon.
James Baldwin was a novelist, an essayist, a civil rights activist, a philosopher, an iconoclast, and a man who shunned labels.
I was called all kinds of names. I had all kinds of labels on me before I was 19 years old. I'm not your label. You know, the label belongs to you. It doesn't belong to me. And I have nobody to answer to.
He didn't. Baldwin means many different things to different people. This year, 2024, is the centennial year of his birth. And so we thought we'd ask people to tell us about the Jimmy they love. Black Americans claim him, activists quote him, and LGBTQ plus communities hail him as their icon. Notes on a Native Son is a new podcast featuring prominent writers and thinkers who love Baldwin, inviting them to riff on a favorite passage. We hear from Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Baldwin has become such a huge figure because the idea of him has become so huge because he's on posters, because there's art about him, because there are clips shared about him. It is really easy to miss the fact that he was one of the greatest essayists of the 20th century, and maybe the greatest. Like, he was a phenomenal writer.
The writer Siri Husvet has a philosophical take.
He was attacked by both white people on the right and people in the Black Power movement on the left. So he found himself sandwiched in part as gay or queer or whatever you want to call him at the time. And I'm very interested in thinking about Baldwin as a philosophical writer about ambiguity and complexity.
Baldwin emerges as talisman and touchstone, guide and exemplar to people like civil rights lawyer Bryan Stevenson.
I think one of the great things about Baldwin is that he was a courageous writer. And I think he's given me and a lot of other people the courage to be honest about what we do. When you advocate for people who are disfavored, people who are hated, people who have been vilified, people who have been reduced to their worst act, I think that idea comes through Baldwin's writings as well.
And Jimmy was always worth making the journey, as a young Nikki Giovanni discovered.
He lived in France, as you know, St. Paul de Vence. He didn't have time to come to America, and he wondered if you would be willing to come to London. And I said I'd walk to London to talk to James Baldwin. You know, of course I'd be willing.
I'm Razia Iqbal, your host. Walk with me and all those who love James Baldwin with their Notes on a Native Son, a special series by Notes from America, available wherever you get your podcasts and at notesfromamerica.org/James Baldwin.